Hello everybody, welcome to episode 233 of Shelf Viewers. Today I'll be going over a trio of songs that Niko DeMille released today. So, it was like I got it done with a run today. Also, I was very hyped about my run because I was able to achieve a goal that I've been going for a while now, which is to achieve a sub 21 minute 3 miles. So I was really happy about that. And then I see Niko dropped, and I was like, okay, maybe it's good, maybe it's something. And then I listened to the first song, and it's good. I really love the emotion in it. It's ILY period K or I Love UK. And so I was listening to it, and not to repeat myself, but the theme of it is very samey. And I was like, oh, okay. And when I listened to this, I kind of got to feeling like, that scene in it's one of the Planet of the Apes movies where the monkey's like, oh no, no. I thought it was going to be 3 songs that were exactly the same. However, I was greatly surprised. So, like I said, with the first song, it was good. It's probably the best out of the, I guess, recent, like, daily songs we've been getting, besides, like, obviously, Lily's. And I enjoyed it. Like I said, lyrically, it was very samey. However, the music was good. I love the emotion in his vocals, too. Like, yes, I said the lyrics are kind of samey, but the vocals are different. The vocals had much emotion in them. So that was very enjoyable, and I really did enjoy this. And, like, I was surprised that I enjoyed it how much. Like, yesterday's video on, what is it called? No, eventually wasn't it? Oh no. Crap, I can't remember what the name of yesterday's song was. But I was kind of confused. Like I said, I was kind of scared when I went to listen to it today. And then, like I said, having this new kind of turn on it with the more emotion, kind of like with Final Act, was very refreshing. And then we get to the second song. The second song is entitled, oh crap, I'm blanking. No, Doorways, there we are. So Doorways, you get to listen to it. Lyrically different. The lyrics are different. The beat is good. The visual is good. The visual on IOYK was good as well. However, it's not. There's no however there. It was just a good visual. It was just walking down a road or like an old dirt road. It might have been gravel, but yeah. So we get to Doorways, and Doorways is like this elevated view of like this snow falling along this street, and there's a tree in the background. It's very aesthetic, but like it is eerie while also being calming at the same time. And that kind of fits the song. Because we see that Niko is speaking about how he's looking at the devil through a doorway, to his all-seeing eyes, what he says. And we see here as he goes over not like the relationship. He's actually not speaking about the relationship in the song. He's actually going over other things which have impeded him and affected his strive for his goal. We see as he's talking about like how his mother is silent, but I mean, feel his mother's silent beside him. We can see how he's mentioned about how he's struggled with substance abuse. We see how he mentions about how everyone around him has died. However, he mentions about how, he says something along the lines of, that boy is going somewhere, and he's speaking about how he, though all of this strife and struggle, is going somewhere. He's going to achieve that goal, and I love his view set. I'm so glad that Niko has made this song now, because it reassures me that he still has his eye on the prize. And, like, I know it's not my business, it's his life. I mean, if he doesn't want to have his eye on the prize, that's his. But, however, like I said, I'm not one to really get inspired by someone, but I do find Niko's dedication to his goal very hopeful, very optimistic. And like I said, it gives me hope for my goals, because my goals are more crazy than Niko's. However, I am hopeful because I see someone who's coming from worse circumstances than I am, achieving a goal that may have seemed equally as distant to them as my goal does to me. So it's really inspiring to see him talk about this, talk about all of his tribulation that he's been through. And not just the relationship. Like I said, I don't believe he mentions the relationship once in this. He mentions the other attributes which have affected him, and the stuff that really affected his, genesis, as compared to things which have affected him in his current progress. And so I really loved this song. The song was great lyrically, and I deeply enjoyed it. And like I said, the beat was good too. It was calm, but it was really good. And so then we get on to the third song that dropped today, which is entitled, oh my gosh, I'm blinking again. Oh no. This is my favorite song. How am I forgetting? Oh, crap. What was this called? IOYK, Doorways. How am I forgetting? It's, okay, the third song was my favorite song. Oh my goodness, what was the name of the song? Oh, crap. Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to speak about it because I can't remember the name for some reason. But I did good getting 2 out of 3, I guess. And this song, it put a big old smile on my face. You know that one, like, picture of, it's Red from Angry Birds, and he's got the music flowing into his ears? That's what it felt like, because this song was hype. It reminds me of, like, okay, yes, some people won't like the older 12V because the lyrics were kind of just not necessarily deep. However, they were good and they were catchy, and this song was exactly that. The beat was great. The lyrics were catchy. The first line is smoking on exotic until I'm Medusa. That reminded me of this video that my friend showed me like yesterday, and it was apparently the World Health Organization or the WHO accidentally like got hacked or something like that, and they released this statement that was like, I've been perma-tripping since I smoked hantavirus or something like that. I don't know why it reminded me of that, but like the lyrics of this song are good. However, we see something that is very reassuring to me as a Niko DeMille fan and as a massive music fan in general. And he's just speaking about his goal, as I said, well, not as I said, but as he discussed in the prior song, he's speaking about a goal, how he's going to achieve his goal on his own, how he doesn't really need anyone else, how he's not been partaking in the ladies as per usual. He declares that he is unusual. And we also see as he starts speaking out against the musical institution, which I love, because I feel as if labels, brand deals, and producers and such can ruin a musician because they want what's going to make money. And I love when an artist refuses to follow that, when they follow what is good, when they create masterpieces. I feel as if when you contractually obligate someone to do something, they lose their creativity. Not necessarily they lose their creativity, but they lose their artistic vision. And if Niko is going to avoid labels and avoid like producers, like I said, producers, labels, organizations, the industry, and do his own thing, like I know that is not viable. I cannot expect him to do that. If he gets a label, I'm going to be happy because he needs the money. He needs to get out there. And a label will help him get out here. However, if he is dead set on avoiding this and becoming his own man and developing his music in such a way that is absurdly commendable. And I know Niko will be like, if he does this and he continues to create art as he is and doesn't fall into like I was speaking about the other day, like thematic monotony, then he will be renowned as one of the greats. I'm betting it on this day. What day is it? July 31st, 2026. I said it here and now. If he sticks to this, and no, there's no reason to stick to it if it's just going to lead to detriment. Like, if he cannot make it any other way, then he needs to take a label because Niko deserves to make it. So, like, I cannot wait to see. Now, if he can make it as his individual, then will be through the roofs because this will be a masterclass. It's going to be like, I mean, no, this is quite the exaggeration, the hyperbole, but like, it's going to be renowned amongst like Da Vinci and Michelangelo and stuff like that because doing this, creating this art, creating this lyricism, this music, all of it by yourself, it's like Iron Man. Iron Man was able to build this in a cave with a bunch of scraps. That would be Niko. He would make something astonishing, a colossus just by himself. That would inspire generations to come. Like, I mean, I know I'm getting overhyped and I know all that, but like still, that would be awesome. I love this song because it shows that steadfast mindset that he has against the industry. Now, like, I know he's mentioned prior about like wanting a label. Like I said, if he can't make it elsewise, take a label. Like, there's no need to be prideful if it's not going to work out the other way. And I know he will realize that. I know it is in his mind. He knows what he can and can't do. He is more, I guess, knowledgeable on his limitations than anyone. But oh my gosh, I loved hearing this because like there's so many bands that I've loved that I feel have fallen out because of labels and because of being forced to make quotas and forced to make stuff that will make money. But I just cannot get my distaste for the music industry away from like that. And I know that it isn't always bad. However, it is usually bad. Getting with a label is usually bad. It will kill an artist, and it will not give them the longevity that they could have had elsewise. But it also can empower artists. It can give them that longevity. It can pick them up and throw them out into places that they might not have gotten without it. So it is ultimately up to Niko what he does there. However, I deeply admire and am, like, I don't know, my zeal, not necessarily zeal, that's quite a fanatical word to use, but my, I guess, how do I think of this? I guess my respect for Niko is just completely bolstered and I guess just strengthened if he continues on this path because that is the most respectable and honorable and I believe artistic path that a musician can make. So I dearly love this song. But yeah, so that's all there really was for the mysterious unnamed song that I can't think of at the moment. I don't know why I forgot. Like I said, it was my favorite song amongst this bunch. Crap. Why can't I remember it? I know the visual, like, the visual was in kind of this little snowy area once more. But golly, what was the name of that song? Doorways, second. ILYK. And then crap. Oh, I just remembered it. It's FU. Yeah, it's F asterisk asterisk KU. So yeah, that's the name of the song. And go listen to it. Like I said, I hope that song gets on Spotify because it is a banger. It is a certified classic. But yeah, so I just hope for the best for Niko. I hope he does what will make him money and which will get him out of the trenches. But yeah, so that's all it really is for the 3 songs released from Niko DeMille today. Like I said, I'm very much so, I guess, rejuvenated with this music that come out, and I know you probably didn't see my video, but I am glad that he's kind of falling, or not falling, but following like the things that not necessarily things that I said. He's not following that. He's doing what he wants to do, and I'm glad he's doing that. I'm glad he's able to kind of break away from things that were kind of holding him down, like making his mental state worse. And I'm glad he's kind of starting to at least show that he can break away from it a little bit. He's starting to release those chains, and that's the first steps towards becoming completely free. So I'm super glad about this, and I cannot wait to see what else we get from Niko coming up. And like I said, well, not like I said, but I hope that he is willing to give himself a little break here and there, because I don't want him to get burnt out on his music. And I know that grind will put him into the mindset of, I gotta do this because I want to make it out. However, I don't want him to burn out. If he burns out, that would be tragic. That would be a travesty of Shakespearean proportion. But I hope, too, that he keeps with the consistency, because this consistency right here, if we can get more and more of this, glorious. But yeah, that's all I really have for, like I said, the 3 Niko DeMille songs. That's all I really have for episode 233 of Shelf Review. So, thank you very much for watching.